Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one, the only, the Azothan, and I wanted to catch up on this small little fight that we missed in Northrend, which was a successful defense by Red against a well-built army here. As you can see, Gray has 4/4 upgrades, and there's not much Red can do about it. He does have 2/2, and he's in a defensive position, but he is also at the same time being attacked by Pink, and while Blue is handling the brunt of that and trying to distract him, the Warsong clan is just wrecking Northrend. We do see that he really had no other option than to come back here and try to defend as best he possibly could. We're going to go ahead and just watch this fight play out a little bit so you guys can understand what Red did. Bragg decided to abandon his own Narub. He did manage to kill off the Forgotten One in the south, so he got a lot of money. Bragg level 8 already, and he will join the fight soon. Those dire carrion beetles cannot be better. 950 health, 25 to 44 damage, 10 total armor, average attack. Yeah, and with that summon in, at least remember that the Frozen Throne can summon undead units to it, so if you ever attack, don't just give up. And poor Rexar, level 8 as well, may not make it back out. I don't remember if he died or not. Oh, it looks like he's going to make it out. A valiant defense by Red. Let's go ahead and get back into the game where we left off. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Besides that little preview, welcome back to Azeroth Wars 1.88G. You can visit diplomunion.com to discuss the forums. Go there for strategies, updates, and whatnot. This is the one, the only, the Azothan, and we're here for part 2. Now, in the first part, we saw the South Alliance absolutely crushed Healy, destroyed Blackrock Fortress, claimed it as their own, even got Shadowforge City. But in a failed attempt on Hellfire Citadel has left the South Alliance in a bit of an odd position with superior upgrades, but against this really good defensive formation and well-prepared Teal overall. Like I say, he's got siege units and range and casters and melee. He's got 1/2 upgrades, and luckily for him, Dark Green seems inclined to just Outrider spam and not get priests with Dispel and awesome things like that. Although he is bringing in peasants, so he may be deciding to go build a forward base, which would be nice. Explorers not using their healing wards, unfortunately. In the North Alliance defeated the Undead after surprise attack by the unopposed Orcish players in Kalimdor. With Light Blue having left the game early and Brown being crushed, they decided to attack the weak and still embattled Undead, who teleported back to Northrend to try to defend against that attack. So that's where the game is right now. Let's see how this plays out. I've really liked this Death Knight squad play out of our Red player. As you saw earlier in part 1, he managed to take out Jaina Proudmoore immediately while she was casting. Weak characters, casters, other things like that can be claimed very easily. He has Pink on the run at the moment, Pink knowing that he just doesn't have a chance against what he's seeing here. Now, does Pink have the money he needs to buy a teleportation scroll and get out of dodge? He doesn't. He has bought one. Good job there. It's going to be on War Chief Thrall. And what's his move going to be? Will he try to do... No, he's just going to teleport right out. My guess would be to this already defended base. And he'll rejoin his ally, Gray. One of the important things to note here is that Green is putting a bit of pressure on the South Alliance, and they don't really know what they're going to do about that. It's frustrating. They can't attack Teal without the real threat of being attacked while doing so and losing significant swaths of territory. Yellow, very wisely, having built a lumber mill here, has mined out the wetlands completely. He should not be hurting for lumber whatsoever. No, indeed, 4,000. Usually yellows are a little bit low, but this is a well-prepared player. His real weakness is his dark green player and his lack of use of the special abilities for the upgrades that he's already purchased. Now, fire tanks, awesome. We'll see if he uses the Dwarven Engineers to overclock them, / repair them, and keep them alive. We do see a Griffin Rider, and hopefully we'll be seeing more of them as the closely packed ranks of Teal are extremely susceptible to that. Dark Green having built a row of scout towers, but not yet upgrading them.
Our forces are under attack.
Though he has the money to do so. Bit of a stalemate at the moment. Now's your time to shine, says our Horde player. You know, and that's true. When you're diamonds are only created under extreme pressure. Pink has a very good point, saying they finish the undead player before they have too much of an advantage. As it is, a very well-rounded army. I really like that we're seeing every player use their siege units. Like, every player has wisely built siege, and they're using them. And not only that, but they're retreating from engagements in which it's clear they're not going to win. Oftentimes you'll see players just throw away a whole army and be like, well, I guess I lost that fight. And then they don't retreat. They don't save any units when they very easily could and use them to fight more advantageously in a different position. Vol'jin level 6, not much going on here with him. Karen Bloodhoof level 6. Varrock Surfang with Gorehowl level 6.
Job done. Job done.
It's important to remember that in Azeroth Wars, heroes have to be level 10 before they can use their special abilities. For Baron Rivendare, he can summon Rammstein, a nice, big Abomination ultimate unit with a stun, Kel'Thuzad, Death of Decay, Anubarak, the traditional swarming carrion beetles that heal him. Good point. Woo! Purple does have a lot of towers. He's got a point. If he can find Sylvanas, he does get a second chance as Lady Sylvanas Windrunner, Queen of the Forsaken, Queen of the Damned. I like this. Gray has red ringed in at all points here. No units in these transport ships. I'd like to see him spend a lot of his money on those units. He's building a lot of Goblin Zeppelins, which is not a bad idea. Five upgrades for our gray player. This is the power of an unopposed horde as their upgrades just get slowly out of hand. 3-4 for our pink player. Any engagements down here? It looks like, yes! Yellow and dark green have gotten a little bit feisty. And they're picking off quite a few Necrolites here. Those mortar teams are a nightmare. He was dark green, went the Stormwind Knight. Ooh. Again, I would love to know what this is healing them. I feel like a friggin' idiot because I can't tell. I know they have the Roar on them, which increases their mana regen. And by the way, I was kindly reminded by a player that Hellfire Citadel is casting that heal that we're seeing on all the units. And this is, let's just slow it down and appreciate the insanity. Now, Teal's at a disadvantage right now because all of his range units are blocking his melee units from engaging. However, this does mean that any melee units that wander into the no man's land here are in for a hell of a time. And with this healing that they're receiving, I don't think dark green or yellow can actually beat this. No, indeed. We can see that unholy armor is brutally broken. Plus 12 on all of his units, and with the upgrade, no health sacrifice for said upgrade. Fire tank's doing a decent job, but they will eventually die to the chaos damage that some of these units are throwing out. Yeah, Teal's got a lot of stuff here, and that's just not enough mortar teams to hack through it. He's in a good spot. He is a survivable, strong army. That is 18 armor on those troll axe throwers. And again, just it's very passive everywhere else. Everyone's just kind of like, no, this is the whole fight right here. You want to know what's strong? Resing 2 undead units from an enemy corpse, one of which is a skeletal grunt with the ability to cast charge, and I want to say it has bash? But 12 armor on all of those, and those Necrolites with Master Training very rarely run out. It's the Warlocks that cast it, though. But the Necrolites summon the Warlocks buff. Teal, I believe, could push out right now. He seems to be in a spot of trouble here as he's trying to control this massive number of units. And every time one is attacked, they try to retreat and continue the fight. Luckily, most of the skeletons will continue to do that. A few Necrolites and other units will be lost. Or maybe not. Oh, he loses! Oh, the Warlock shot in the back. That's what you get, laddie, for turning your back on the dwarf. Oh! And big chunky bits fall. And that is one of the advantages of the mortar team, is that if a unit blows up, it can't be rezzed. There's no skeleton to be used. These transport ships have anything in them? I don't actually think that they do. Red, content to sit here, building up with his blue ally. Blue, have you gotten your heroes back? He has indeed. Where are the other Dreadlords? Nothing much for him right now, just a few abominations. Not seeing where the other Dreadlords could or would be created. He should have a builder. At least one. Oh, yes, here it is. The Acolyte needs to build a summoning thing, and lots of Nerubian towers here. Their damage is not inconsiderable once upgraded. And they are improved by just building regular upgrades to your units. So adding the slow to that decent damage is not a bad idea. And teal camping Hellfire, sort of like there's no tomorrow, says yellow, and it's true. Nothing's getting through it. The addition of these into cannon towers will mean that teal's going to lose his ability to push out. And here we have the Horde. Finally, ballsy enough to go, it's going to be brutal. They have the Scepter of Ajara. Probably on one of his ranged heroes. Thrall, most likely. Although putting the Doomhammer and the Scepter on one hero doesn't make sense because you can't use both. I would put the Scepter on Vol'jin. Something like that. Oh, and if he loses Thrall! Oh, Death Knight aim here could be brutal. A stun? No! Thrall, what are you... Thrall. Red, pay attention! Don't retreat! Kill the Thrall! I think Red finally realized Thrall was out there. A couple of death coils will go off, but I don't think it's going to be enough to kill him, unfortunately. It was noticed too late. You leave me no choice, coward, says Yellow. I don't think he's a coward for trying to continue to fight. A coward would have left. Back there in level 9. His ultimate's sort of like a Rain of Fire, but it's like Starfall. And it's awesome. And powerful. Actually using his mana burns here, I like to see that. Nice summons. Although the mana burn's not that important given the fact that they have chain heals and a mana regen aura.
Our brethren's town is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Gotta side with Red here. Teal is not a coward. He's just aware that he can't win at the moment. And this is one of the things that I would say is disadvantage compared to Lord on the Aftermath, is that usually in Lord on the Aftermath, there's something going on. Many players feel that they can strike out on their own. They can do... There's more factions overall, I want to say. At least... And there's not that there's more factions, it's just that more factions survive later. Like... And it's not even fair to say now, because I guess everyone except one faction is still alive. It's just a bit of a stalemate at the moment. And Grey moving down into a Jol Narub is going to kind of cause Red a headache here. There's quite a few control points, and we'll see if these cannon towers get upgraded again to improved cannon towers. Ha! There's the Nethrezim we wanted to see. Are they trapped? No, they're just not rallied anywhere. Discussing old World War II tactics in the chat. You guys can keep an eye on that. Okay. NLZ Killer, you didn't have a starting enemy. You have a ridiculous advantage against your current enemy, and yet you're still trying to get the North Alliance to attack. I don't get it. It's a little... Like, that's a little cowardly. Few units being dragged out here. Some kills might actually be had, but I think overall, if they get into the range of those cannon towers, the losses by Teal will be greater than the losses by... these cannon towers are going to add huge trouble. This is a good move by Dark Raid. As much as I don't like to approve players who just spam Knights, aka improved Outriders, it's going to be good for him. Yeah, there's still an Outrider. And he lives to carry back stories to the Dwarven Lions of the horrors he saw on the front line. And friends, countrymen, buddies, brothers, sisters even. I'm not going to say, a woman could grow a very nice mustache, I'm sure of it. It's very strong-jawed, and she's pretty in her own way. Handsome is the word I would use. Oh, come on, with the stalemates. We're going to 2 times this. Oh, no. Oh, Teal tried to aim something. He just sacrificed a lot of... He's going to have to pull back a little further and use hold position and maybe drag a few of his catapults up into an arc here so that he can address these NAMP fire tanks, because that's the only way he's going to have the ability to counter this pulling that Yellow's doing back to the lines. I mean, they outnumber him. And they've just proven that given their micro, they can't beat him in a defensive fight. You have what you need. You have all the things to shut him down, all the things to dispel him, all the things to kill his casters, all the things to aim him down, the tanks, the range, the AoE. You have everything you need, and yet somehow, I'm not seeing a single goddamn healing ward. And that's fine. Here we go. This could be the concentrated push. Although they're keeping part of their army in reserve, it's very ballsy. King Varian Rin, level 8 now. I would love to see Mac Theron reach level 10. He's so close. He needs to get in range of that experience. And when the chance comes, use his ultimate. Because right now it looks like he's slowly starting to lose his units. The fire tanks and mortar teams taking their toll. Healing still going off on his army. You can see a nice AoE from Mac Theron there used to start chopping down the units. He needs to get on the front lines. Instead of just attacking a single Stormwind Knight. Although the problem with that is that there's a lot of, ranged units. But as soon as these units kind of push past the range's ability, like this is the range block. Although you can destroy these with AoE, you can destroy these walls. Mac Theron, level 10, will he use his ultimate? He may be getting into a spot of trouble here. You're still unrevivable, laddie. Oh, back it up. Teal, this is still a good position for him with the use of his ultimate, but he's managed to block himself in. He's got to use something to push this army back, some kind of big threat, and the ultimate is exactly that. He needs breathing room. He needs a moment to himself. His money's got to be low. 280 as the Alliance begins. Actually really good healing spray there. From King Magni. I think South Alliance is making the push that's going to win them the game here. Seriously, North Alliance, do anything at all. They're just building up. They're getting great upgrades, and when they move out, they're going to be good. But I would say, under the circumstances, they're allowing other players to get much better heroes. And the heroes can turn the tide. It's a balance of upgrades, and there's his ultimate, I want to say. Yeah, it's a good ultimate, too. It's going to hit everything that's running into this choke point. Unless he can stun it, it's going to cause a huge amount of damage. I think that was Lord Kazakh or a yellow Demi. I'm going to say maybe Bailgun. Bailgun it is. Teal's going to retreat, wisely not reinforcing this position, although he knows it's already lost. Try to remember to use your Overlord's Roar. It does quite a bit of extra damage. Unholy Armor still proving to be quite effective. But he can't do anything. Oh, and there's the Stormwind Knights running around the side. I think we can safely say that this battle is thoroughly lost. Windmill for the line. Ooh, God, she's pretty. Sorry, guys, I have a girl who's Snapchatting me, and she is pretty. Ah, it's painful. It hurts. She's too cute. I do like the curvy ones, and she is curvy with a huge slice of pretty face added in there, and that is just right up my alley. Get off my dinghy. Any of you watch Clone High? Old show they used to have on. I think it only lasted a season, unfortunately. That Orc Warlock is asking for death. Well, yellow and green, the support races of their respective alliances, sort of disagreeing with one another. This could be even more of a nightmare for our South Alliance players. As you know, these Infernal Juggernauts guard Black Temple. And the power generators are the only way to take them out. They received a small health boost in more recent versions. And the only way to shut these off, and they are invulnerable, and that is a lot of chaos damage. Splash on your army. So you've got to figure out a way. Generally, I prefer to use gyrocopters and griffins, as once you're in a point of having a teal backed up to this area, you can afford to throw away a little bit. And it's honestly worth throwing away a group or two to kill the power generators, because these Infernal Juggernauts are the deciding factor. We'll see what they do. In Northrend, the stalemate continues. Red not getting any more upgrades, just getting his here. Oh man, he's got anti-magic shield. That's going to be very strong against Pink's forces. And if he can level up that Kel'Thuzad, he's going to be in great shape. Anubrak already level 9. If you get a ring on him, actually quite a few rings, and just boost. He went full stats. I would have gone full armor, personally, and then gotten ring, just buffed him up with rings. How much money does Red have? 144. He could afford a couple rings from this Goblin Merchant. Oh god, no Northliners here. This hurts. There it is. The gyrocopters aiming down the power generators. A very good move. Again, a whole group sacrifice to do so, but now that these towers are dead, they have a very good aim. The Explorer's bunching up on the bridge here, not going to be too good for him. I would say Teal needs to get some catapults out here, do that AoE damage he needs, although if Magtheridon can get his AoE centered on that bridge right there, he's in good shape, as Yellow will have to reproduce the flying units to attack the next power generator. It doesn't look like they're inclined to stop this assault anytime soon. Oh, fire tanks and mortars just working their way through. Although this Infernal Juggernaut does have the ability to attack this army. It's invulnerable, so it's just going to slowly take away the damage. Without a healing ward drop, nothing's going to stop it. Yellow finally upgrading Dwarven Keep Towers here with Zeppelins to boot. Green just ignoring this threat as far as I can tell. Are they going to attack Kalimdor?
Town is under siege.
An interesting move. I don't... Okay. Like that Uther, like his heroes are so spread out. Garithos is on a holiday. Uther's hanging out with Pretty Jane. He's like, listen, Jaina, I know I'm older, but I have more experience. And that's a lot of rings. Whoa, 24 armor on Uther the Lightbringer. He's just buying up rings like they're going out of style. How goes this fight? Again, with 2 Infernal Juggernauts firing on the army, there's not much Yellow can do. And a good use of this Defiled Fountain of Life here, healing up what few units he has left. Scourge has allied dwarves? What the fuck? Okay. I don't like it, but I don't understand it yet. Grey does have quite a bit of his army heading into Ajol Narug, potentially to attack Red through this bait, but he will have a small bit of warning as the control point and the crypts and buildings are attacked. What is Blue doing? An interesting move. Blue seems to be on sniping duty. He's going to start taking Horde control points, and in the hopes, ideally, of forcing them out of Northrend. I don't know how it's going to work. Yellow and dark green, very nice build. I like this base. This is a bit of SimCity I like to see. Dwarven Keep Towers station. Scout Tower should be upgraded to improve cannon towers, and that's about all I can see right there. Yellow's going to make a push. Oh, God, he actually killed the second generator, and now Teal's in a spot of trouble. Then a level 11 Magtheridon. Felhorde hasn't allied anyone. That's a fat Magtheridon. Look at that. Oh, he's gone insane. He's got Bloodlust. He's got improved... 24 extra armor. And he's gonna keep trying. He's not giving up. And if he can get Magtheridon to attack that army with the cleave, he could do some damage. Let Magtheridon do it. Get some melee units in there and do the damage, bro. Oh, no. I don't know if he has any... He doesn't have a shop here. He needs to build a shop, and he needs to go. Oh, King Magni Bronzebeard and an ultimate from Maggie might be enough. It's not going to be enough. But it's a lot. Oh, no, Magtheridon uses AoE, but it was just shy of an... Ah, oh, Magtheridon's dead for good.
We're under attack.
I agree. Fat Maggie should have lived.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I would say that in this situation it would have been okay to ally red, although I don't understand red allying yellow. It's still really weird. Is yellow feeding red gold? He must be, in an effort to keep them alive up north. Well, we know he's lost.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Teal leaves the game. Frostilian lost his hero and probably his entire force of Dreadlords. Ah, that's a shame. I do like that music. That deep tonal organ noise, that and then the it just strikes deep within me. You know, Orange actually took Gilneas. Orange's the one who did it. Okay, that's fair enough. Pretty sure North Alliance must have stupid gold. No, they're just getting upgrades.
Job's done.
538 for Orange. Full upgrades on everything he intends to use. What about Green? 36. I'm guessing his heroes or units are probably pretty good at this point. Wow, look at the number of keeps they have built, basically ensuring that anywhere that's attacked, wow, just tower keep all day. This is weird. Not an unheard of strategy, but a very defensive one for the North Alliance.
Our allies' town is under siege. Research grade complete. Upgrade complete.
Yeah, Teal didn't have anything left. That's really sad. But we will be seeing the South Alliance attack North Alliance, and North Alliance is very bunkered up. Yeah, Yellow and Orange could do some damage. 4-5 upgrades, you never see that. And 4-5 on his ranged Farstriders, they do insane damage. And remember, with their auto attack turned on, AoE as well. Now, they do have better upgrades than the South Alliance. God, someone just attack somebody. Gray and Pink have been sitting idle for just far too long, in my opinion. We can get Cthulhu. Of course you can get Cthulhu. You could have gotten Cthulhu 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, almost 40 minutes ago you could have gotten Cthulhu. And Dark Green definitely wants his next hero. Stromguard keep running his flying units through the base. I wonder what he's going to try to attack. What is the purpose of this strike force? He's going to run into a lot of towers coming up here. Is he going for Stratham? He's trying to give the undead something? Or what I mean, what's the purpose of this? He's just attacking random things. Purple's getting those keeps. Getting them keeps. Oh, he's getting more town halls. Oh, man, Purple. While they're not there exactly in body, is there in spirit. Still hanging out. He is. Wow. Okay, so he's going anti-hero aim. Remember, spells will still do the same amount of damage to you, but not. It's a lot of armor on a lot of stuff. Here's the first big attack. Kirintor on the front lines. That's not wise. You want to let those granite golems take the damage. But Orange taking an unfavorable engagement here. He's going to do some damage, but he will be losing Kirin Tor. Or he will almost lose Kirin Tor, but not actually do it because he's awesome. These Knights are on some kind of a mission to attack something, blocking, trying to go on at the moment. They've wiped out the towers, but these keeps could summon things in here. Just a second here.
Our town is under siege. Our allied town is under
Are we gonna see something happen? Alright, I'm gonna wait till like there's 2 more big engagements. Or at least 1 more big engagement. I think this one's gonna be it. Oh, Purple's here with his buffed up heroes, his insanely powerful Silverhand Cleric. It's 3-7! 3-7! Oh, that is a tanky force here, and I think the North Alliance is gonna have the advantage. As if he's not careful, Dark Green could be bringing...
I await your command.
No, both his heroes are not anywhere near the fight, although they're both level 4 on Boulevard. Wow, okay, so he's just going Varian Focus. And not bringing the units up here that he needs to activate the Stromguard Keep event, which would spawn a ton of ogres and enemies. Bad timing for him. That would have been funny if that had happened. But this is a monstrously large fight here. And that's a wonderful blizzard. Oh goodness, let's see what that's doing damage in real time. Oh, don't you just love Jaina? Don't you just love her tiny blizzarding little heart? Oh, they're all so close to death, and there's what you need. The Elven Ballista finishing off those damaged units, causing the AoE that Yellow is not bothering to counter with his healing wards. Just, look, you have healing wards. God damn it, you have healing wards. I mean, you have healing wards. I fail to understand your reticence in using them. North Alliance is getting fed massively, but a level 13 Emperor Dagron Thracian here. Quite strong. He has been silenced, Living Flame. Reduced armor and silence, I believe. Now, Dark Green's units are getting the front line, and thankfully most of them have medium armor, which is a counter to the vast majority of the damage we're seeing here. Emperor Dagron Thracian casting things. Daniel V's gonna yell at me again for not knowing exactly what his ultimate is. I'm sorry, guys. I just before we end this episode, I want to say there's literally a dozen races. There's dozens of heroes, all with their own abilities, stat lines, events. Every race has a full compendium of units with spells, abilities. I'm sorry if I sometimes forget. I really am. But the fact that I don't only do Azeroth Wars means that I can't know everything. I will try. And especially this game, you're going to see me basically looking at the comments, and then I'm going to cast the next part of the game after I've read all the comments for that day. And I will do my best. Please fill me in, and I will correct myself in the upcoming parts. We're going to watch this battle finish at the very least. Lots of summoned... I have to assume these are summoned footmans. They still... Have they attacked yet? We're going to save that one till the next... We're just going to watch this fight for now. Whoa, 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 whoa! Red allied... Red is landing, trying to get Sylvanas, I believe. Oh, God, he's going for Sylvanas. I don't think he's going to get any of them. Oh, it's so close. He could. Oh, he's gonna get out of there with just so little health. And that was the fight. This is part 2, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. It looks like this is gonna be probably a 4-parter, maybe a 5-parter, definitely a 4-parter at the very least. This has been the one and only the Azothan with Azeroth Wars 1.88G. Please go visit diplomunion.com. Thank you to Steak on Spear, and this is his version after all. Go visit diplomunion.com to talk to everyone. Also go visit Hive Workshop for all kinds of custom content, maps, and stuff. Send me a friend invite on either of those sites. Talk on the forums. We'll hang out. We'll have a good time. God damn, that thing has 29.5 armor.